Hey everyone, it's me Donna. I'm making another video about mall ideas that I have. My first idea on having a mall downtown had mixed reviews. Some people liked it, some people hated it. And some people's concern was the historical look of downtown, that it might mess that up. Some people didn't like the idea of knocking down buildings behind it in order to create a parking lot. And other people were concerned about traffic congestion, big trucks coming in and out and all that, in which I can understand those concerns. And I agree that maybe that's not the best place to put a mall, although it's doable, but still, I think it would bring its share problems, and it might be more of a headache. I don't know. And I also would like to state here and now that I'm just a regular person who has ideas and dreams, and I'm just sharing those ideas and dreams. I have no power or say so in any town activities or whatever, so I just wanted to clear that up. So this is just me sharing my ideas. So basically, I want to state that no doesn't get things done. That's a simple fact. Nobody ever got anything done by saying no. Yes is what gets things done. So the people that say, no, a mall won't work, you never know until you try. And that's one thing that, I believe that people need to do. People need to try things in order to see how it works out. If it don't succeed, oh well. But at least you can say you tried. And I also want to state that poor people shop too. Rich people are not the only people that shop. So, I think people making that statement that rich people are the only things keeping malls alive, that's a false statement, because poor people do too. I know that statement wasn't made for any harm, but still the fact is poor people shop just like rich people do, and they spend money. So, and there's people of all kinds of incomes in this town. So, I just, that statement just kind of hit a nerve, even though, like I said, I know the person didn't say it out of meanness or whatever. I know they thought that they were right in with statistics and all that, but really you're not. If you really look at it, poor people shop just like rich people do. So, and they buy things. So, But anyway, so, and I also think that it would be a good idea if more people share their ideas. If more of us came together, and whether we agreed or disagreed, if people shared their ideas, they would most likely get the attention of the mayor and developers and investors and, other people in order to get something done. If people just don't do anything and all they just walk around and gradually say things like, oh, I just wish we had them all, whatever. But if you don't come together and let it be known that that's what the community really wants, then naturally it's not going to be done. And if the mayor just keeps getting a lot of negative feedback from people, if everything that he suggests or whatever gets a negative reaction, then naturally he's not going to want to do anything, or she, or whomever your mayor may be. You know, they need something that tells them, hey, this is what a majority of the people want. How about people come together and give him or her that? Instead of just saying, no, 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 we don't want this, we don't want that. Say, hey, Mayor, we would really like this, that, or the other. I mean, if from the way some people act and some of the things some people say, I could understand where the mayor would have a hard time. I don't think I'd want to be mayor, because some people are just negative all the way and they don't want to change nothing. They don't want nothing to move forward. And all that's going to do is create a ghost town. So there has to be something that a majority of the people want. Something that most people can agree upon that they would want for their town that would be good for their town. Personally, I feel like a mall would, just like I feel like a social center and training areas and, things like that I think would be good ideas. But of course, that's just me. That's just what I'm thinking. It would take more than just me. It takes a whole group of people to make something happen. But anyway, back to the mall. Personally, I think that Highway 43 probably would be a better location for a mall because it would make it more seen by the public, as well as it would make the whole traffic issue better. It would, especially if they build good easements for traffic to come in and out of the parking lot. I think that would be a great idea, as well as maybe possibly a traffic light, but that would be up to the city or the county or whatever. But if it's done right, then things can go smoothly. So yeah. But I would like to also state that just setting up a shopping outlet alone is not going, in my opinion, not going to be successful. It's going to need other things. It needs something to bring people to it and something to keep people hanging around the premises. Because let's face it, we're all not marathon runners out there. There's different people with different health problems and different age levels within this community. So, not everybody is fit as a fiddle and can shop all day long without a break. Most people want to rest, especially people that have worked all week or whatever. You're going to want to rest. And if your only option is to go rest in your car or maybe one or two benches that are along the outside area, and most of those are occupied, you're not really going to want to hang around. You're going to be like, by the time you get back to your car, you're probably just going to want to leave. So you're not going to hang around all day. But if let's just say the builders are going for an outside look of this shopping outlet, put in a big breezeway that has vending machines, a good rest area, as well as, snack area, a play area for children, because children are going to want to, they're going to get restless and they're going to want to play. So have an area for them to play in. Things like that, and especially like with the vending machines, if you get interesting vending machines with different technological things going on that make them kind of fun and a little interactive, I think people will really like that, especially if you've got quite a few of them. I think that would be nice. Also, in order for anything, to truly succeed, you're going to need other things around it, like, let's say, for instance, like a bowling alley, arcade, a dance and hangout area for teenagers, maybe a pool hall, sports bar, a pharmacy for people to come get their prescriptions filled. You bring them there and then they can go hang out in other areas of the mall while they're waiting for their prescriptions to be filled. That would be a perfect shopping opportunity. Doctor's offices. If you bring family members to see the doctor, well, other families members can get up and go walk around in the mall. Perfect. As well as a spa, and I'm talking about a legal, decent spa where everything is on the up and up, where people can go and get massages, maybe mud baths, get pampered, different things like that. I think that would be wonderful. That will keep people hanging around, give them, put them in a relaxed state of mind. If you offer nail salon, hair salon, all those types of things, you will keep people on the premises and, keep them shopping. That's just how I feel about it. Personally, I would go for an inside mall because I think that's where it would bring everybody more together. And especially with a controlled temperature and all that, regardless of what the temperature is outside, I just think that would be the best idea. Personally, it would just, in my opinion, it would just have a better vibe to it. Whereas just a strip of a shopping outlet, it kind of, I don't know, to me that it stretches things out. And you kind of feel like things are further away from you, and you're not really gonna want to mess too much with something that's way over on the end. Whereas if you give people a place to explore, especially inside a mall, then they will most likely walk around to all the different places. And like I said, especially if they've got a place to go sit down and rest in between, I think they will be most likely to shop if they have something like that. But that's just my opinion, and I welcome other people's opinions, whether you agree or disagree, and, as long as you do it in a decent way. And also, I would appreciate watching other people's videos, seeing other people's drawings, and, all your ideas, because that's the whole point, is us sharing ideas, inspiring each other, and maybe making those ideas known to the public officials of our town, so that hopefully things can get done. Also, I would like to mention that I have an idea for a mini coliseum, and I think it would be good for it to be somewhere on the same property as the mall, but I will explain that further in this video. So let's get started. So now I'm fixing to go into the details of my mall ideas, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Okay, now let's start with the different locations that I think would be good spots for a mall and coliseum. One spot is over in between the car wash and what used to be the movie gallery, but it's now the AT&T store. I think there's a good patch right in there that would be like the perfect spot for both those things. And then on the other side of the car wash, right on the corner where the red lights are, there's a patch of woods right in there that I think could probably be a good spot. Not sure, but I think that it can be. And then also on Highway 48, just down from the red lights, over where all those concrete slabs are, where it used to be a manufacturing plant years ago, I think that would be a good spot to put a mall and a coliseum. And then back on to Highway 43, over there where that land is for sale, where that patch of woods is, that's next to where that Panda Chinese restaurant is, and CVS Pharmacy and all that, right up in there on that hill, that might be a good spot. I'm not for sure, but I think that could possibly be a good location. Probably if it was put there, it would most likely need to be a 2 or 3 story building, I think, in order to make room for parking and all that. But like I said, I'm not for sure. I just know that land's for sale and that it's a possibility. Okay, and then the last spot would be heading north on 43, like you're heading towards Littleville. And before you get to that bridge that's in that curve that leads on down to Brian's Auto Sales, on your right, there's a big patch of woods right in there that I think would be a good spot. But I don't know the landowners, so I don't know what it would take in order to get the land or to do it or whatever. All I know is just visually, these look like they could be potential good spots. So, but anyway, next will be more details on the Coliseum. I feel like the Coliseum could be used for different things within the community, such as food fairs, job fairs, military fairs, things that honor military veterans, just different things that could go on in the community, singings, that require like a large number of people. I think a Coliseum would be really good for that. There could be tech fairs where people can check out all kinds of technological gadgets, or electronic fair where people can check out all kinds of different electronical devices. I mean, you name it. Vending machine fair. I mean, if you really think about it, the list can go on and on and on. I could sit and make a list all day of different things that could be hosted in this coliseum, especially if the people, in charge got out there and promoted it and invited all these different vendors and stuff here. It would be, I think it'd be great. It'd invite people from all over, out of town and everything to come and check it out. There'd be all kinds of people coming to the area, checking out all these, shows and stuff like that. So yeah, and then it would be really, really good for the mall. I mean, it would bring people right there, right close to the mall. And if there was a chance we couldn't get an inside movie theater downtown or anywhere else, put it by the mall, just like they do in Florence. So, I mean, there's so much that can be done around the mall that would make it a wonderful place to be, that would make it, an active area and keep people shopping and just, make it fun and entertaining, I think. If you want to know about the actual details that I have for these shops and other departments for my mall ideas, I urge you to check out my Franklin Mary Mall video. Thank you for your time and your input.